Currently, we are coming to the end of the third longest off-season period for F1 ever. By the time racing returns in Austria at the start of July, or well, in a few days' time even, we'll have seen no racing for 217 days. And the season that's coming back is full of double headers at several circuits. We're opening with 2 races at Austria, 1 at Hungary, and then a double at Silverstone before we move on to Barcelona, Spa and Italy. Now don't get me wrong, Silverstone is a decent circuit. In my opinion, it's not Brazil or Monza, but equally it's no Sochi. But surely Britain can do better than just host 2 races at Silverstone. Stuart Pringle said we could maybe run one of the races backwards, but that's tricky to pull off. Go check out Chainbear's video on why it is. Silverstone is the UK's only FIA Grade 1 circuit, with Snetterton, Brands and Donington only being Grade 2 tracks. So what if we built another one? Well, we love to hate Herman Tilke's samey same circuits that feature many of the same corners but laid out in a different order. Something Chainbear's also covered, actually. He's very good at this sort of thing. But what about a street circuit? How tricky is it to design a British street circuit? Well, the FIA has a bunch of rules there. Some of these rules are clear-cut, some are pretty ropey, and we'll try and apply those in another video to our circuit. But first, we'll need to design it. This project has been through several iterations since I first conjured up the idea, which was actually at the start of lockdown here in the UK. It's just taken me over 100 days to actually implement it. Anyway, at the time, I was studying at the University of Nottingham, which, as we can see, is a sprawling parkland campus. But take away the needless buildings and nonsense, we can see that the campus has a road layout running right the way round it. Pare that back a bit further and we get a nice little ring forming. A track, if you will. Ideal for the Midlands Grand Prix. But what could a lap around Nottingstone look like? Well, you're in luck. I've been out and photographed it all. We start here on the start-finish line, Jubilee Avenue. It is a slightly downhill stretch running along the top of Highfields Park. We set off into Turn 1, a loosish right-hander taking us past Florence Boot Hall, before crossing a mini roundabout and powering out onto Beeston Lane. It's a slight right onto the lane before it curves left, and then a big sweeping right with the history department on the outside of the curve. We'll continue on through this big right until we get to the East Midlands Conference Centre, where the track swaps back left again. As we turn left past the David Ross Sports Village, we then enter a tighter right around Sherwood Halls, followed by a short straight stretch running alongside the A52, or Derby Road. This allows for a nice turn of speed and then taking the track right and a soft left at Lincoln Halls into the hill section, as the track sees a change in gradient with a steep climb to the Cripps Health Centre, before taking the blind right over the crest, down Cripps Hill and then into the heavy braking zone at the mini roundabout, past the Nottingham sign through the tight right onto cut-through lane. Here, the right-left-right is like a mirrored Maggots-Beckett's series over yet another mini roundabout, past Clive Granger and up the hill to Yanogly Terrace and getting the power on again, perhaps an ideal DRS zone. Blasting across the top of the hill before lifting slightly for the right then left at the School of Law and Social Sciences. Now it's an overtaking chance for late breakers to get past and going into our version of the bus stop chicane at Spa, cutting through a sub-90 degree left-hander and then a right again onto our start-finish line. And that's the lap. Got it? How's about we drive it?